Okay, so Hull City, another team come up to the Premier League this year from the Championship, and in doing so, they've signed 9 players in trying to keep them in the Premier League. But they're maybe one of the 3 teams that have come up that have sold a number of players as well. They've actually sold 7 players, as far as I can tell. So they're the team clearly trying to keep the squad at a reasonable size while injecting some quality into the team. So if we start with the players they've got rid of, just because I'm not really going to talk about them much, Sonny Bradley to Portsmouth along with Danny East, both of them have gone on frees. Olif Njana and Jay Simpson have both been released. I think they've dropped a ball with Jay Simpson. He's quite a good interchanging player, so I think they maybe could have kept him, and he would have done them a job in the Premier League. He's ex-Arsenal, isn't he? Andy Dawson's gone out on a free. Mark Oxley and Corey Evans have both gone out as well. Corey Evans is a good player. I believe he'll play regularly for the Northern Ireland national team. Obviously he's the... excuse me, I'm burping again today. Obviously he's the brother of the Manchester United defender whose name escapes me right now. Johnny Evans, that's it. The Man United defender Johnny Evans. God, my memory is terrible. So if we now switch to players they've got in, and obviously there are a few players I'm going to focus on because there are 9 and I'm not going to go through all of them. So if we start from the top, the most expensive, Tom Huddleston, I believe that's a really good signing. In an age where British and English talent is so overpriced, getting a tipped England midfielder at the age of 26 in for £5.25 million is a real coup. I believe he's going to be really important in keeping them up. He's been at Tottenham for many years and maybe not played anywhere near as many games as he should have done. So maybe he should have moved on sooner. I think going to Hull's a bit desperate for him though. He's definitely going to get games, but I believe he should have gone to a team like Fulham or Everton, where he would have played and stayed in the Premier League a lot easier. If we look down the list, Curtis Davis moved from Blackburn. Now he was like their last big player to leave Blackburn because of their financial troubles. Birmingham even, not Blackburn, I'm such an idiot. £2.25 million. He's solid, he's going to do a job for them. Good signing. If we keep going, El Mohammadi in from Sunderland for £2 million. Not a fan of El Mohammadi. He'll be good, he'll give them some good games, but don't believe he's going to set the world alight. Alan McGregor in from Besiktas for £1.8 million. I think that's a good signing because they had Stockdale on loan last year from Fulham. Now he's gone back to Fulham, they needed a goalkeeper. Alan McGregor used to play for Rangers, so he knows what it's like to be under pressure. He's a really good signing, and I believe he's going to make some key saves for them this year. If we keep looking down the list, Yannick Segobo. Now, Steve Bruce said that he could have a Benteke effect in the Premier League just by being big and strong and muscly and forcing his way into the team. Don't see it, I'm afraid. I'm not a Benteke fan, so that I might be a little bit biased towards him not playing, but I really think that Steve Bruce has missed his comments there by a long way. Anyway, if we keep going, George Boyd. I'm a George Boyd fan because he's a creative midfielder who also works extremely hard. When you have creative midfielders, they always have a tendency just to sit off and not really join in with the rest of the play when they're supposed to be defending. George Boyd is one who never shies away from that, and is always right there in the face of the attackers when his team is defending, so big props to him. If we keep going, Figueroa in from Wigan, that's a clever signing, someone with Premier League experience who is going to do a job for Hull in the Premier League. We keep going, Steve Harper, quite how they talked him out of retirement, I don't know. He'd just have a testimony, he'd just had even a testimonial at Newcastle, so well done Hull for talking a player out of retirement who'd only played 50 games in the Premier League in a 10-year spell. Not sure about that, really. Garrido, or Guido, and Danny Graham and Jake Livermore. Jake Livermore is a top young English player, box-to-box midfielder. I'm really excited for the future for him as well. Him and Tom Carroll coming through at Tottenham. Those two are both exciting players. and Danny Graham. He moved away from Swansea just before the League Cup final, like a noob, which they won, by the way, to Sunderland, who he believed would stay in the Premier League when Swansea wouldn't. Now Sunderland, who are in crisis, he's left them and gone to Hull, another team who I don't think are going to stay in the Premier League. But he is going to get games up front. So he's moved for football twice, didn't get it at Sunderland, will get it at Hull, I believe. That's it, really. I don't think they're going to stay up Hull. I'm sorry. Steve Bruce, an experienced manager, but the team isn't good enough. Tom Huddleston, maybe your saving grace. Don't think you'll be as bad as Derby were when they only got something like 9 or 11 points. But you're not going to stay up, I'm sorry. You and Palace are going down. And Sunderland, I think Sunderland are going to go down. That's my 3 to go down, unless you didn't know.